Hey guys,
I'm Zama.
And I'm Lanzi, and welcome to Because We Said So. Another week, another episode.
Yes, we're so back.
How are you, ZX? Happy?
I'm good, guys. We actually didn't film the episodes that you guys saw last week in the week that we're supposed to film it in. So, I haven't spoken to you guys about my sensational trip.
And you need to tell us, because it looked sensational, the content.
Show me, I had so much fun. I don't lie to you. And spending time with my mom was just so much fun.
Oh, man,
we
queen.
had a ball. But what they don't tell you, the drinks and the food in Dubai is incredibly mid.
That was surprising.
It is so mid. Secondly, why is it so expensive?
Oh, Chomi, they do talk about
that one. But I was like, damn.
It's different, I guess, when you're in the place.
Yes, when you're actually doing the stuff. I said, damn. These rands need to work harder. I'm going to need our currency to push hard.
So please, guys, watch the ads.
Please, do a real thing, because damn.
Somebody needs to recover.
I need to recover, man. If it be, when they send you like those like random little messages like the just for yous, they were like, are you like on a tight budget? And I was like, yes.
Now that you mentioned it, yes,
Now that you mentioned it,
how do you want to help me?
Help!
I won't lie. I always think about the fact that it's so expensive. So, but show me if you can do it. I'm proud of you.
Show me, but like, Dove, I don't want to lie to you. Like, they'll see me again. It's one of those shows where I feel like I need to do it again because there's just so much to do. So little time. I will be back, but like, damn.
Chomi,
it's going to take me some time to get back there.
Because that money.
Sure.
Oh, Chomi, but
everything.
I'm waiting for that. We all waiting for that vlog. Actually, it's going to be out.
It will be out by the time you guys watch this. So go and watch that vlog if you guys want to see what we got up to in Dubai.
So good and so well. Getting into pop culture this week, because we were away, but we can't catch up on everything, unfortunately. But first and foremost, South Africa's been in the concert bag. And as a concert lover, I love it for us. I feel like shout out to the promoters and the events people for bringing more international artists because I feel like we were slacking in that department and they kind of bring it back and I love that. Yes, Sarah's economy does not accommodate, but we will, whether there will, there is a way. So firstly, obviously we had Summer Walker come to South Africa. I didn't get to go, bummed, but love that she was here. Those that got to go in Cape Town, it looked like it was
wow.
And Bandla, shout out to Summer Walker. She literally sounds like the album. Like
yes, she does.
It's so crazy. Her voice,
scrumptious.
Incredible. My Joburg peeps,
Dove. Like huge Dove. The people who were organizing the Intercity concert, can't stand you guys. Like I'm sorry to say it. I even felt so bad. So I'm thinking you were probably so excited because you're just high off you just saw the Cape Town people snap. You're like,
that's like she was.
So you get there and then she performs for 20 seconds of your life.
You're basically in the same shoes as us who were at home.
And that's crazy. I guess they did also get to see like Jessie, what's her surname? Reyes.
Yes.
And who was the other person who was doing it?
I'm not sure, yes.
And they did the performance with Casper.
Like a dove.
Baby, how I'm judged.
And you know what? Fair.
They got other people, but I feel like the main acts, you guys only getting a snippet of the main act is so
crazy.
Diabolical. I feel like it also has just made me realize that sometimes just go to the first concert. I mean, the first sighting or the first performance.
Yeah.
Once you go to those second ones, things can happen.
Yes, true.
It's actually an either or thing because it could either be the first one is bad and then they rectify for the second one. You actually just a toss-up thing.
And we spoke about this before, which when it comes to concerts, you really are just taking a risk and hoping for the best. But never in a million years would I have thought that an international headliner's performance would be cut short. I think that's crazy.
And the reasoning apparently was because just of time management, they obviously just let the opening acts go on for too long and then the actual main act couldn't go on for past a certain time. But someone was even saying in a video, like, why didn't you guys just pay the fine? Pay the fine because at the end of the day, we're here. We're trying to watch. Pay that thing.
And sorry to say, we're here for Summer Walker, not the opening act. So Summer Walker's going to fly back to the US. I can probably see a move like a duck next week.
Like, I'm sorry to say. But apparently it was Jessie Reyes or Reyes, whatever her name is, that was actually taking up most of the time. Like apparently she was the headliner because she was performing, she did a whole thing. And then Summer had 20 seconds on stage. And there's no shade to her. Like, I'm sure she's an amazing woman, amazing performer.
Yeah, apparently her performance was good.
But like, you're not the opening act, I fear. So
that's not what I bought the ticket for.
Like, and even Mareva was there as well. But like, those are amazing acts. But it's like, I didn't come here for...
I came here for Summer Walker.
I came for Summer.
I guess I'm gonna have to travel to see Summer Walker. I don't know.
What a dove, what a juice. I hate it for you guys, but like, it happened.
I hate it for you guys, but I won't lie. The selfish person in me is like, you know why? Because I couldn't go. Sisonke.
Show me, don't be a bad animal. Don't be a bad animal.
Sisonke. So, you know what? She's all right, guys. We'll see her another time. Then Travis Scott came for Amanika. Love it for you guys. I wasn't as bummed to miss that one because I've seen Travis Scott before. So I was like, you know what? It is well with my soul. However, this one, the production was crazy.
It so
the
good.
energy in that stadium looked insane. Like it was
energy. I don't want to laugh
because was it positive or negative? Demonic or Christian energy?
It was energy that I fear. I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm glad the 2Ks had fun. Us as one.
No, literally the 1K.
1Ks is my favorite thing to come out of that whole situation. I don't want to lie to you guys. But I love that the kids had fun. Like, everyone looked like they had a good time. Some of the videos that I was seeing on social media, like, you guys look possessed. Like, what was going on? Are you guys under spells?
There was literally one where they're pushing each other. People are crawling. I said, oh, okay, son. Like, sorry.
You guys are under spells. I get
Travis.
it. Concerts and trapping is fun, but like, whoa. But at the same time, you know what? Let the niggas do
I was about to say, we are not the target market.
100%.
The niggas are the target market. And they were jumping and stuff.
They were having fun.
So good for them. And Travis, call me.
Okay.
I'm joking.
No, but seriously, everyone was talking about how, I know like globally people were like, they can't believe like a concert like that was happening in South Africa. And I was like, why are you guys nyassing us? Actually,
Because they think we live in trees and
you guys
stuff.
rude, actually.
Even, like, someone tweeted and said we could have never hosted him in Nigeria because we don't have these facilities.
Yes.
Then someone replied and said, who said South Africa has these facilities? Because they travel with their setup. Then someone was like, oh, because Travis Scott packed
Put F&B in his backpack. Let's be for real.
Justice for South Africa. We are a wonderful
Like,
place.
justice for our stadium, like justice for our facilities, justice for
Hello.
our people engineering stage.
He brought his
building.
stage and lights and
Justice.
stuff, but the stadium itself, hello.
Like, let's also be for real. Give South Africa the dabs that they are due.
Yeah.
Points. They
and
ate
then
that.
moving on to someone who's still coming. Once Upon a Time is bringing DVS and Division. Real lovers, stand up. This is for you.
We will be there.
No.
Okay.
They're like a pair. It reminds me so much of 2016 because I used to listen to that album so much. And I was in my journaling era at the time. Of course I was.
Someone said on the TL that the first time some people are going to be hearing this album with clothes on will be at that concert. I said, damn.
What are you guys up to?
Damn. But
For
also,
real.
it's an R&B love song album, sensual and thanks. I can't wait to be there. Like, DVSN's music, 10-10.
We will be there. I don't want to lie to you. And what I like about Once Upon a Time is it brings a lot of artists that you wouldn't ordinarily expect to have in South Africa. Like when I went to Sasha Kibo, Xavier Oma, they bring a lot of artists that you would not expect to see. So I like that they tap into more of the low-key artists. Like I know a lot of people want Cleo Soul to come. I feel like Once Upon a Time is probably the people.
I don't get why she hasn't come yet. She has so many South African fans.
Like, please.
Down.
I
Cleo,
need to come.
if you're hearing this.
Be
here. I'm begging you, Queen.
Begging. But I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
Then lastly, disappointment. And we've cooked them before.
We have. We absolutely have.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor. When are you refunding the people their money?
Pay back the money.
Pay back the money. Hey, the neighbor.
What did you do with it also?
Stand up. I don't want to lie to you. And also, I feel like it's the lack of communication.
That's my thing.
It's the lack of communication. We didn't buy tickets, luckily for us.
Yeah.
Imaliato is safe this time. But I feel like for the people who did buy, like, say something we're giving up on you. Like, what's going on?
At some point, there was not even a website.
Yeah, I think it's actually so whack. And specifically when you think about the ticket prices, guys, for Hey Neighbor, those are such big money. It's not money that you can just say, you know what, let me just let it go. You can't charge it to the game. I'm going to need to hold something.
I need that money back.
And it's my money.
And it's so disrespectful to just South African consumers as a whole. Like, guys, get it together. Even if the money's not there, I feel like maybe they paid certain artists a deposit. Then when it fell through, they have to ask that artist the deposit.
But say something.
Say something. Communication is all people need. But if you guys are just mute, they've apparently even moved from their premises, the offices.
I literally saw some tweets saying that, you know what, even though they're having this mishap, like, let's not give up on them. They brought us such amazing artists, more Kendrick and I feel like cool, we can acknowledge that while still holding them accountable. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is people's hard-earned cash that you guys are not communicating about. And I feel like that's what people are mostly fighting about, is like, you guys are not saying anything. Yes, good and well, it could take longer to bring back the refunds than initially stated, but say something. Like, you have to communicate with the people.
Yeah.
And if you don't, people are never going to give you their money again. So that's the thing, is even
That is
though,
my thing,
even
moving
though you
forward.
gave us that amazing Kendrick, all that was amazing, but going forward, who's going to trust you with our cash?
Exactly. Unless they rebrand and come back as a different
And they're
name.
going to watch.
They have to, because if Hey never comes back, people are going to be like, keep your thanks.
Yeah.
So disappointing though on your podcast.
100%. I feel like if you have loyal customers, like, treat them as such.
Exactly.
Keep up the
Because you guys ate that first one, but you guys were supposed to keep it up. And you guys even took a break. Like, I understand, actually.
Going I'm worried about them, but like, all the best, guys, give back people their money, like, I'm begging you.
Yeah, no. Speaking of money, Enhle Mbali, we're not cooking her today. I'm not frying her, but she won her divorce case against Black Coffee. Viva. Woman, Pambili. And I feel like that is what I call justice, because at the end of the day, he did some shit.
But also, besides for anything else, I just feel like this is like what's owed to her. If you get married in community of property, it has nothing to do even with if you cheated, if you didn't cheat, if this happened. That just happens to be the circumstances around your divorce. But at the end of the day, she is owed that money because what? You guys got married in community of property.
Yeah.
That's your L to take. Like, you got to open up your purse.
I think it's because at some points mid-marriage, he tried to get her to sign a prenup, basically. Excuse me. So someone was saying he tried to get her to sign half because he realized, I'm getting a lot of money and she's going to get half of it. And I love that her lawyers were like, that's so good for you. But initially it started off as a community of property.
100%.
And she was with you from day one.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, you got to...
Yeah, and I also wouldn't sign it. Also, considering the circumstances surrounding our breakup, you having 2 kids in our marriage, I'm not signing shit. I'm gonna get my thing.
I'm sorry, I'm taking my things.
I'm taking my thing.
And those are a lot of things.
Like, whew, you're literally gonna have to give her things. So, how do you feel about the discourse that's been happening on the internet about it? Because half of them were like, "Oh, she doesn't deserve it." Like, da 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 da.
I love how you use a deeper voice because you know it's the niggas.
It's the niggas, gagat.
Of course it's the niggas.
What
Put things under your mom's name. Oh, you need to protect your assets. It's like, someone on Twitter was like, mind you, these people are talking about cam chairs and JBL speakers.
That's what you guys are fighting for.
You guys are fighting for such little things, your sneakers and stuff. He has Ferraris and stuff.
Your freaking Jordans. We're good.
Keep your things. This is a different conversation. No shade.
No shade. Full shade from me.
Yeah, actually.
Because really and truly, like, what are you guys fighting for?
I mean, it's because niggas just like to insert themselves.
It doesn't make sense. I feel like also, the law is the law. If you get married in community of property, Katians Olega were a case in point.
Hello. And unfortunately, it's both signatures on that paper. It's not just Black Coffee's.
Isn't it theirs was a customary marriage? That's why theirs is a community of property. So once you do those things, unfortunately, you know the laws of South Africa. So you know that those things that you're doing, those letters and stuff that you're sending are binding. Sorry to say. Like, you got to take that L.
Take that L, you lose.
But also, I feel like it's really insane that you wouldn't want to share or give. Because I think initially what she had been seeking was just alimony.
Yeah.
And then she ended up getting her actual monies. But the thing is, the fact that you were greedy enough to not want to give her alimony, considering it's the mother of your 2 kids,
is sick. And had you agreed, you wouldn't be in the situation that you are in now. So, ooh.
Yeah, it's literally the greed. It is the greed for me, because at the end of the day, you know that she was with you from the very beginning.
Yes.
She was there raising your kids, doing all the things, and now all of a sudden, when things are sour in the relationship, you want her to leave with nothing. That doesn't make any sense.
That's how men are.
But also, it goes to show the character of the man, because at the end of the day, if you're a good man in general, you would want to do right by someone, regardless of the nature of your relationship.
Yes,
now,
especially the mother of your child.
It shows what type of person that you are. I'm sorry to say, hate to say it, but in these things is where you see the character of a person. When things are like sour in the relationship, that's when a person's character truly comes out.
Exactly. And my thing is, even with when she asked for the alimony, the amount of money that nigga has, it would have literally been a oops in the ocean for him. And now I have to give her half, which I still feel like the way he makes so much money, he can make that money back, double it, triple it, he'll be fine. So the people that feel bad for him, I'm sorry,
what are you feeling bad for?
I don't know.
Like,
feeling sorry for a rich man to give the mother of a child money that she is owed and deserves. Ugh.
Like, what are you actually fighting for? What are you mad about? Like, it's
get
fine.
your money up, and then when you get married, make sure you get a prenup.
Eat them.
Do
like,
that.
That's all you need
That's
to do
all you
going
can
forward.
do.
Like, don't be fighting for men. A man that you don't know, by the way,
Ooh.
he doesn't know you. Do you know that?
At all.
You guys are under spells. I've been saying this. Under spells.
Under spells, Chumi. And then moving on to, I think we're a little bit late on this one, but Bandla, I feel so bad. This little girl, she had a matric dance, right? And then her designer delivered her dress late, which made her late for her matric dance. So she basically missed out on the experience.
Yeah.
That is so diabolical to me. And I feel like the biggest conversation in this is that this is a trending topic amongst service providers, in fact, not just designers, but also makeup artists, etc. There's this thing of not caring about their customers, paying customers, mind you, and they forget that this affects events in people's lives at the end of the day. I could be late for something. I could show up looking ugly in a picture for a one-time opportunity.
For sure.
It's not just getting the job done and moving on to the next customer. For me, it's I'm going to celebrate something. I'm going to attend something. So there needs to be thoughts put into it. And I feel like right now designers, all they care about is imali and also prioritizing influencers and celebrities because you want to look like you're like the top designer in South
100%,
Africa.
yeah.
But then when the average person comes to you for same service,
It's like, I feel like there was also a conversation about a Durban makeup artist, the same sort of situation where it's like, when it's the average person, you don't give them the same energy, knowing very well that I'm a paying customer too. My money is as good as anybody's money.
Yes.
And also, just because I'm a normal person, this is also, whatever I'm booking the makeup for might be a very important thing for me. So it's like the experience around it. I would appreciate it if I got the same energy for also the prices that people are charging, because the prices that are attached to a lot of these things that you're giving people wax service for is kind of diabolical, if we're being completely honest. So let's at least understand why the price is the way that it is. And I also think a bigger conversation that I've seen a lot of people have is that black service providers, when they're dealing with black people, there's just sort of like, you feel like because I'm black, you like you're not taking me seriously. It's like they start doing that. Understand, like just get it. And it's like, bro, we should not treat each other that way, because at the end of the day, besides for our skin color and stuff, we're all customers, paying customers. We're not friends. We don't know each other from where we're.
Exactly.
We should all treat each other with respect and do what we said we're going to do. Because something like a matric ball, as you were saying, like you can't redo that experience. Even though she did get the opportunity to go to someone else's matric ball, she didn't get to experience it with her friends, with her teachers, all that stuff. Like, it's whack. Like, it's literally so whack. And apparently she only got the dress like 30 minutes before the matric dance was over. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, that video broke my heart when she started crying. So I was just like, bro,
so sad.
I can't imagine how she feels. Like,
yes.
And also, once you've also made all the arrangements that were necessary, like you sent her the payments on time, you told her the dates on time, everything was done from your side on time. The only person who flopped here is the person who was supposed to be making your dress. And 100%. What can you really do if you don't have a dress?
Exactly. And also, it's like that thing where people are saying, when it comes to umtongi, the best thing to do is give them the wrong dates.
Yep.
I agree, but it is unfortunate that when it comes to black designers, why must I have to lie to you for me to get the outfit on time? Why is the proper date not enough time for you to get it done? Why must I have to lie and say, let me give her a week earlier because I know how they are? Why don't you make sure that your customer service is correct enough so that it comes on time? That's what you should pride yourself in that. I feel like it's unfortunate that we even have to do that, to say, let me meet this person halfway, but I'm still paying the full price. Like,
exactly. Like, why do we always have to make provisions? I feel like we should all just do a good job if you have a business. Like, make a business plan and decide that you're going to do things properly. Don't just do a business off a whim and don't ever give a thought to service, like how you're going to treat your customers, all those things. Like, have thoughts about that, because I feel like maybe people are not having thoughts about that. That's why you just get to your job and do whatever the fuck you want.
Literally.
At that point.
Another thing is also, a big thing in black culture is word of mouth. So even if you prioritize influencers and celebrities, cool, whatever. With the average person, if I was the average person and I went to go do my makeup somewhere, if you do my makeup well, I'm going to tell my sister, my cousins, next time you want to book something, go to this person, giving you more clientele. So yes, I may not be an influencer with numbers, but I influence the people around me to book you. So you should still prioritize me for that even. But also, I guess they get to the point where they're like, I don't need the word of mouth because people know who I am. I'm one of the biggest makeup artists.
That is insane.
Hello?
Also, if you want to have longevity in your business, you can't only rely on influencers and all those people to do the work for you. You need to focus on the everyday person. Yes. Those are people that are going to keep your business running. True. That's why even now, like, if I work with someone and then I hear from someone else that's gone there off of my recommendation that they got treated badly, this, that, and the third, I would reach out to that business to be like, please don't piss me off.
Yes.
Now, I look like I'm like sending my audience to someone who actually
was unreliable
their business or was just giving me preferential treatment. So it's kind of unfair. I feel like people also need to take their businesses seriously. I feel like that's the bottom line. Take yourself seriously so that we can take you seriously.
Could be true. Like, I just feel like that's how business should be. Like, so, please, service providers, let's do better. and I hate that it takes being cooked or someone trending for it to be taken seriously. Should have been taken seriously from the jump. But anyway.
Yes, this is people's hard-earned money, Banda. Like, take that seriously.
Yes.
Please.
And then moving on to someone said, I'm always referencing Twitter stuff, but that's where the tea is.
It is.
It is what it is, guys. So this guy posted a pair of Louis Vuitton sneakers and a Louis Vuitton perfume fragrance. Then someone said, this is looking a little counterfeit. It's looking like a dupe.
It's looking like
a dupe. So then he decided to post a slip to prove that he did buy it, but the slip wasn't for the items in the picture. It was for another bag, and it was just this whole hula paloo. Then someone came in and said, I have 36 pairs of Louis Vuitton sneakers. I know that these are fake. Whoa. Right? And it was just this big thing. But I think my biggest thing was...
sneaker gates, son.
Literally, sneaker gates. But I think my biggest thing was like, the pressure to fit in is kind of scary because if the sneakers are fake, hey, allegedly, right? I think they are, but how would I know? But the pressure to post them online so you can come or be perceived a certain way, only for it to blow up in your face when it stemmed from the fact that you wanted to be praised, but it went the opposite way. Then he went so hard at defending himself. I don't understand it because at the end of the day, it's just items. Like, I don't get that whole thing.
My two things is that, firstly, but then also the people that were now posting their sneakers to be like, oh my word, this is how the real one looks. Like, I have so many pairs. Like, guys, the things that really jog our minds that concern me, because at the end of the day, let's say they are fake. Who cares? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the people doing investigative journalism for a pair of sneakers are concerning me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really make sense that you could be that invested in someone buying a fake sneaker to the point where you've gone and shown us all your LV sneakers and all the experience you have in this industry to show us that these sneakers are fake. There's just no need, I feel like, for that. If someone wants to post their sneakers to show that they're huge and large and in charge, let them have it, okay? Let them actually have it. Because clearly they want us to think that they're the real ones. Cool, whatever.
Good
do you
thing.
think? Why now is it become a whole long hullabaloo to now prove that this guy's things are fake? Ufuna ukubona that you have
gold star.
You want a gold star. You want to be seen that, oh my God, I have the money. I have this. I have that.
I know designer.
I feel like also that like kind of need to prove something to people that we don't know on the internet. I feel like it's the bottom line on both sides. From the person who posted it and from the people who have to show us that, by the way, it's fake. At the end of the day, I feel like there's this huge culture nowadays of just people are living so much for social media and for eyes and for how they're perceived to other people. Because again, like, even if you have real LV sneakers, that wasn't the opportunity for you to now show us that and tell everyone that they're fake.
Congratulations.
Do you get what I'm saying? What do you want us to say?
Yes. And also, I think when the person decides to purchase fake items, it's not with your money. It's not like it has absolutely nothing to do with you, which is why I don't mind people buying fake designer. I don't care for it. Even when gossip pages like expose certain people for carrying fake handbags or whatever, I'm like, now what? Like, I don't know what you want me to say to this. Oh my God, her bag's fake. And then
also in general, we're not looking, or maybe not say I'm not looking at something.
Yeah, actually,
is it fake? Is it real?
That's the biggest thing.
It's not my item.
Like even when people point it out, I'm like, how do you guys even notice that? Like why are you noticing something so deeply? And a lot of the time, actually, if we wake it up, the people that call out people for having fake designer don't even have designer. It's to make themselves feel better. It was angnayo, so let me shame those who act like they do but they don't. Let's shame them. Guys,
but everyone do the thing that makes
carry your cotton on pack. I'll carry my cotton on pack. See, we're right. Like we don't have to shame those who do what they do with their own money, and even the people on TikTok that like do the unboxings and do campaigns with the fake designer places or whatever. Guys, if you're not that person, scroll. That's what I do. The minute they're like, I got these sneakers for 2.7. Oops.
And at the end of the day, they're not lying. They're telling you that they got the sneakers for 2.7.
Exactly. They're not trying to act like it's real.
Everyone can have an LV sneaker.
I'm a piganga. They said it's real. So, guys, that whole fake designer chance,
it's so boring. That's why I was just like, I can't believe I'm seeing grown men twirl to prove that they've got LV sneakers and that they know what the real ones and what the fake ones are. Are you not ashamed?
I think it's so embarrassing.
When are you going to be ashamed?
The aura points.
They are so low.
So low.
And they were aura farming and you didn't get shit.
Because if anything, I saw it as, oh my God, ew.
Disgusting. Like, what are you doing?
Good luck to you in those sneakers.
Like, all the best. But like, let that guy wear his fake sneakers and his perfumes and stuff. In peace.
In peace,
Allegedly.
like-
I don't know, maybe they are real. He must
We
sue us.
actually don't know. Don't sue us allegedly, please, King.
Please don't sue us over those niggas. Asinazo, Tina.
Asnailo perfume, Asnailo.
Asinazo, please. Nje. Anyways, guys, we're going to get straight into our topic for this week. This week, we are speaking about pretty privilege or pretty punishments. Which one is it? So I want us to first start off with just defining for ourselves, what do we feel like pretty privilege is? And have we ever experienced it in any capacity before?
First of all, yes. Experience pretty privilege all the time, which, you know what? It is a privilege. You know what I mean? But I feel like pretty privilege, I always describe it as like, it's balancing two sides of the coin, right? So you have the pretty privilege of like, you do get the opportunities, you do get more attention, you do, you know, it's easier for us that do have pretty privilege. However, on the other side, you do get prejudged, you do get, what's the word I'm looking for? Like whatever you do, people will dissect it because it's like, you probably only got it because you're pretty. So it's like you kind of have to prove yourself more sometimes. And sometimes you can be shamed for the basic thing that the next person does because people nitpick it to say, are you doing it because you're trying to prove something? Or are you really smart? Or you're just trying to distract from the fact that you just got this because you're pretty? So I think it's just a world of balance and trying to beat the Stereotypes, yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I feel like pretty privilege is definitely all those things. I feel like it also just helps you advance in certain spaces, I feel like.
Yeah.
More than the average person.
Yeah.
The average human being. I feel like it's something that is so prevalent. And I specifically feel like in our industry where it's very forward facing. So it's like everything is kind of based to a certain extent on how you look and how you present outwardly without having actually... Sometimes without people having to actually dig deep to see, okay, do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Do you have the qualifications for this, that, and the third type of thing? And I feel like it is in every single industry, I feel like that you can ever have in the world. Because I feel like the standards for beauty and appearance for women, it's always like a thing. When you walk into a room, in any room, 9 times out of 10, people are always going to... Well, obviously, are going to focus on your appearance.
Yeah.
And then get to know the other things about you. I was going to say, what different ways do you feel like as women we get it? Because there's obviously socially, there's in jobs, there's relationships, in so many different aspects where women who are conventionally beautiful get to have certain opportunities that other people wouldn't have.
I think it goes into every aspect of life because I feel like the perfect way to put it is like pretty privilege will give you the opportunity, the access, and obviously the attention, right? But I feel like substance and intelligence is what gives you the respect and the longevity. Because when it comes to beauty and pretty privilege, you only pretty until the next pretty person walks into the room. You're only beautiful until it's time to open up that mouth and tap into that medulla. Then the beauty kind of fades, like they say, beauty fades. So that's where your intelligence and your substance comes in. So as much as I do agree that pretty privilege gets you, like they say, into the room.
Yeah.
But in order to stay in that room and be respected in that room, it takes a little bit more than the beauty because...
But it depends what room you're getting into.
Yeah, true.
Because I feel like in certain aspects, some people really don't actually care about what you're going to say or you to prove yourself, whatever. Sometimes if they're just looking for you to be that
trophy.
Be that you are, then... well and good. Like you don't need to actually prove anything past that. And what I've noticed also though, I'll say for myself, even going beyond pretty privilege, I feel like a negative that has come with it is that besides for prettiness, I feel like sometimes, because I feel like the pretty privilege in itself, it goes beyond, it's beauty, your body, your this, your that, how you speak, how people kind of internalize your femininity. It goes into colorism, so many different aspects. So I've even noticed that even within pretty privilege, there's levels to this.
In the privilege, yeah.
So it's also like, you could think you're walking into a room, like you were saying, you could walk into the room as a beautiful girl, then the next girl comes in, someone is more beautiful than you. Now, what do you have that's going to still keep you in that room type of thing? So do you feel like the positives kind of outweigh the negatives in that sense, or the negatives outweigh the positives? Because
I think Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the positives outweighed because it is pretty privileged at the end of the day, because it's the fact that you're even able to step into the room purely based on how you look is an advantage. Someone else doesn't even have that advantage to step into the room. They have to really back it up to get into the room. So I do think the positives outweigh the negative, because of course, some people, whenever people cry about pretty privilege, like I remember Saweetie did an interview where she was like, she feels like it's pretty punishment. People in the comments were like, oh, woe is me, you're so pretty and you're so successful and rich because of the beauty. I get that, but at the same time, it is a reality to her to say, I do feel like people don't take me seriously because I'm not as pretty. So I do understand people saying like...
Wasn't she saying because she is pretty?
Yes, because she is so pretty, sorry. So I do get the thing of, it's not so bad, because I mean, I guess you do get into the room and you are a rapper and you are a superstar, but at the same time...
And even when Sweetie was saying it, it really jarred me, because I was thinking, Sweetie, no offense, but Sweetie isn't that good of a rapper. So
That's
honestly,
the thing.
had it not been for the pretty privilege...
You wouldn't
even be
charting.
in the spaces that you're in, and you wouldn't be charting and doing all these things. Like,
Yeah.
no offense.
Yes.
She can also see herself, if we looking at female rappers in the female rap game, or even, what does she do? Does she rap? She
Yes,
does,
show me.
the female rap game.
What they do.
Like, sweetie, if we're being honest, like you're not matching up to your peers.
Not at all.
So you have to honestly accept that the pretty privilege has taken you this far.
Exactly.
You have to accept it.
It goes back to what we were saying, to say when she first burst into the scene,
Yes.
obviously eyes were on her, good and well, rich nigga, that's my type.
Yes.
Cool. Then it got to the point where we were like, okay, you're pretty, you're hot, body T, good and well. What do you have to offer? That's where she started to slip, because
100%.
there's no lyrics, there's no talents, sorry to say. So now whenever she releases, nothing really happens, because people are over the fact that you're pretty, because like I said, pretty beauty fades. You have to show us what you are made of in order to stick around.
Focus on your craft so we can see you do a real thing, queen. But even outside of that, I feel like when I hear a lot of women speak about pretty punishment, it's literally like speaking about like you hating a privilege that you have over other people. And also when you speak about the downsides of pretty privilege, it's things that a lot of people deal with anyways. Do you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You're not being taken seriously. Black women deal with that all the
On a
time.
daily
You're not
basis.
you having to put into more efforts for people to think that you're smart, this and that. Women go through that on a daily basis. So at the end of the day, it's like, what are you going through that's super unique to being beautiful that everybody else is not going through?
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, you're so right, because the thing that most people, like the pretty privileged people, complain about is the average person's problem.
Yeah, it's like
So
everyone has that problem.
You just happen to be going through the problem and umuhle, like, which
so
I think
bad
is a
about that?
privilege.
What is
I
so
think-
bad
and
about
also,
that?
Another thing is like some things you can... It's almost like how sometimes I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I'll feel like my outfit today it's kind of whack, and I'll even say to myself, "But at least the face card is easy."
It's so-
Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's privileges like that, where I know my outfit sucks, but I know when you see me, you think I'm stunning and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Whereas maybe someone else may feel like my outfit sucks and like I don't look the greatest, so I have to maybe have more of a personality or have more confidence because I don't feel like I look my greatest. So it's like that's the pretty privilege we have to say my struggle is lightened because I do have the pretty privilege
100%.
to sit in a room, sit in the club, whatever it may be, you know?
100%. I feel the same. I feel like the people who really complain about it publicly are very like, to me, it seems kind of like tone deaf and just very like not in tune with the struggles that people actually go through, and specifically women in general that people go through when they are in spaces and they're not taken seriously purely based on the fact that they are not conventionally beautiful.
And the other thing is beauty is very subjective. So it's like you may think that the beauty may take you far in whatever instance, but like Toluguchi, you went to that room and someone thinks you're just the average person, so you do need to rely on all the other things that you were listing. So even as people with pretty privilege, relying on it is also dangerous because some people don't care that you're pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some people are like,
And there's
you're
always
pretty,
someone who's gonna be prettier than
congratulations.
you. That's
Yes, like you're pretty,
like, we're in
congratulations.
South Africa at the end of the day.
Next. Do you know what I mean? Like, almost fine, but what's next?
100%.
Whereas there are spaces where the beauty is what's on the forefront to say,
Yes.
she's beautiful, that's good enough. Like some stores hire beautiful people to work
Or
there.
if you're a model, good and well,
Good and
you need
well.
that pretty privilege because you don't need to say.
Yes.
But also, even with that, the experience you give the people that you're working with on set is what's really going to take you far. How you treat people, how you show up, how professional you are, all those things is what's going to keep you in those spaces and keep people being like, you know what, she's beautiful, she's this, that, and the third. But also her work ethic, her this, her that. So it's good to have both of those things. Don't only rely on the one or the other. That also doesn't mean that you shouldn't take pride in your appearance, but it also doesn't mean that your self-worth, I think that's what I was trying to say, your self-worth shouldn't be solely in how you look. And I feel like for me with age, like when you're younger, I feel like you tie a lot of things to how beautiful you are because the pretty privilege, when you're in spaces like Groove and stuff like that, it helps you.
Yeah,
looking good, makeup, face beat, da 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 da. So it's very important when you're trying to be in those spaces or you're pandering to be in those spaces, I'd rather say. But I feel like growing up has really taught me like that is nice and cool and fun and great and it's amazing, specifically in the industry that we're in, as I was saying. But like that's not all you need to have to offer. Yes, you need to look good, but also have something important to say. Have a question to ask. Be inquisitive. Have a good character. Be respectful. Be someone that is a pleasure to work with, a pleasure to be around. That can take you way further than having a good face beats can.
I agree. And also, like, it's a typical saying, it's corny, but your beauty from within radiates on the inside. So if you're on the outside, so if you're not a good person and you don't have a good character, unfortunately, it kind of taints the outside as well, because you could be so beautiful, but if I experience you and you're rude and you're not the nicest person, I don't want to work with you again then after that. Or even, would I even want to compliment you because you think you have a big head? Or even if you walk into a room like, I'm the prettiest girl here, then you're not a pleasure to be around. So that's another thing where it goes hand in hand. Like you can be beautiful, but you need to be beautiful on the inside as well, so that you're a pleasure to be around, you're a pleasure for people to invite back 100%. Into your workspace, into your social space. So it goes hand in hand. You can be stunning, but if movie inside, and
it always shows. Like one thing about your character, you can try to fool people with being the cutesy, acting cutie, but one way or another, your character, the mask always does fall off. That's the thing, and you'll be able to see, okay, this is the type of person that this person really is,
and that's when it shows that beauty can only take you so far.
100%.
Also, if let's say I've known you for 5 years, and I learned in the second year that you're not the nicest person, you're still beautiful.
You're still stunning. But like at the end of the
but
day,
at the end of the day, I've experienced you in terms of your character, and now I won't look at you the same. Yeah. So you have to, I think that's more important.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you ever felt like you've been underestimated because of the pretty privilege thing? Because you're in a space and they're like, oh, she's so beautiful, she can't do this, that, and the third.
For sure.
Yeah, because I feel like I get that is the most part for me is the underestimation, to say that, specifically, I feel like for me, it goes with that and also in the field that you're in, because they're always like, well, with this field, all you really have to do is look beautiful on Instagram or look beautiful on TikTok or look beautiful on this thing. You don't really have to say much that's going to be interesting. And more specifically now when they find out, oh, you're in the beauty space. So you just beat your face and stuff and people take a liking to you. So there's nothing much that you need to put thoughts that you need to put into what you're doing every single day. And so when people find out that, oh, she's got a degree, she's got this, oh, wow. I didn't expect that from you, which is diabolical, first of all, because those being beautiful shouldn't have anything to do with everything else. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't make everything else that I've done null and void, because I am in this space and this is what I do, X, Y, Z, whatever. So I was going to say, have you experienced something?
Yeah, like for sure. And I feel like it's like what I was saying in the beginning. You feel like you have to over-explain yourself and kind of defend yourself, because a lot of the time when I'm having conversations with people and then they find out what I do, it's almost like, oh, of course that's what you do.
So
of course that's what you do. And then it's like, then when you start speaking more, then people are like, oh, shame, she's actually kind of smart. It actually goes back to like...
So it's kinda.
Yes. Now it's like, now that we have our podcast, a lot of men especially are like, oh my God, you guys are so smart and so well-spoken. Was I not those things before?
That's actually so true.
Because what they saw is when they went on Instagram, Landy's hard. Oh my God, maybe I should put it onto my boy. That's all you guys see. Now it's, oh my God, we see your podcast, people reposting. You guys are really smart, you're really well-spoken. Yeah. What have you guys been thinking of us all this time?
Yes.
I guess it's the whole distraction of the pretty privilege to say, all you guys did was chop on my video.
Chop on my videos and stuff. No, but seriously, even every single time I get feedback about the podcast, not every single time to be fair, but a lot of times I get feedback about the podcast, people are like, I can't believe you. You guys are so smart, so well-spoken.
I'm like, what?
Whoa.
Did you guys think we were pimples? It's like justice for us.
I'm confused.
I think the even sadder part is like, initially I'm like, yeah, oh my God, people are funny. And it's like, but I always thought that about myself. Why did it take people noticing me on a podcast to realize that I'm intelligent. Why did it not take more than that? Or why didn't people see that about me prior to that? So it's again, going back to what I was saying, it's almost like we've had to prove ourselves to this podcast with there's something beauty.
No, but seriously, even before, I also noticed like when I was younger, when people would say stuff like that about me, I always feel like, I need to prove. But now I'm like, what am I actually proving to you guys? Because at the end of the day, it's in my head. The knowledge and stuff is up here. So it's not, I don't have to prove to the next person or to anyone really and truly that we have thoughts and this, that, and the third. Even if you're impressed by us, so happy for you. But this is nothing impressive to us because these are conversations we would have anyways. These are things that we've been talking about. So it's really just unfortunate that people feel like, okay, because you're beautiful, there's nothing upstairs. Like, let's also be for real.
And I think another thing is confidence and being sure about yourself, because I remember there was a time where I was out at Jamili, of course.
One thing about it,
and someone asked, this was back in the day, and someone asked, like, what do you do? And I was like, I'm just an influencer, Da, da, da. And then my friend at the time was like, you need to answer with confidence what you do and say, this is what I do, da, 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 because then people will take you seriously and see the intelligence part of it. Because if you answer like, influencers, da, da, they'll receive it as that. Doesn't make sense. Like, if you downplay it, they'll keep downplaying it to say, these girls, they're all influencers and they all do this stuff. So if you answer with more confidence to be like, this is what I do, I'm a smart bitch and I'm doing really well, then they're going to be like, is it? And ask more questions. And then that pushes more of the narrative that this job does take more than just being pretty and smiling and chopping videos. So also how you, not just in our jobs, just in general, even if you're a 9-to-5 babe with pretty privilege and you want people to take you more seriously, you actually have to speak with confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, I stopped telling people what I do for work now. I'm telling everyone I'm in marketing, son. I'm in marketing and sales. I also am tired of defending this job. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's like,
exhausting.
Is it that deep to be defending it every day of your life? To be like, no, I'm doing this job, but I also am smart and I also
like
do
this.
Like, oh my gosh, no. At the end of the day, and I also feel like, we shouldn't feel the need to, but also it's like, sometimes you feel under attack when people are consistently questioning you and being like, no, but what real skills do you even need to do this job? And what, it says like, bro, I'm tired of even having that discourse with people, because also now having to just explain the job and defend it to people on a regular basis. It's just like, what am I actually fighting for?
You're right. It's like, you do get to the point where you're just like, I don't have to explain what I do.
Yes, and I'm in this job. I'm happy in it. I know what it takes. If it was so easy, why is everyone not doing it?
Ooh. Let's wake it up.
Why are you not doing it?
Let's wake that up.
If it's so easy, why is everyone not doing it?
Sit in front of a camera. And I remember there's a time my sister was like, people say it's an easy job till it's time to sit in front of the camera and talk. That thing is difficult. But it's almost like even when you're watching rugby and you're like, oh my God, just throw the ball. It's easy to shout at the screen, but if you had to go into the field, I would run probably for 2 minutes and be like, I'm out. So it's easy to comment on something when you're not in it. Even with pretty privilege. Like, it's easier to comment on certain things if you have pretty privilege or you don't have pretty privilege. You just have to be conscious of everyone's experience.
Not to say that influencing is the hardest job in the world. We're not saving lives, okay?
Oh my God, it's not.
We're not doing that. But at the end of the day, it does take some skills.
Yes.
And not everyone has them. So it's important to also, let's just respect each other in general. That's even just a side note from what we're speaking about. But I feel like to wrap this what do you feel like you would give to someone who is leaning or giving into those feelings of, this feels like pretty punishment, this, that, the third, and doing woe is me, as opposed to just being like, you know what, I am a beautiful girl, that is what it is, love that for me, love it down. But at the end of the day, if I want to be the girl that I envision myself to be and be taken seriously in certain spaces, this is what I should do. What advice would you say is that this is what I should do?
I think it's important to look at your beauty as the cherry on top and not the cake, if that makes sense. That's my biggest thing, is my beauty is the cherry on top of the cake being my character, my job, how I show up, how I act as a person. So I think that's the advice I'd give, is focus on the internal beauty, your intelligence, whatever that looks like to you, whatever job or industry that you're in. I think prioritize how you show up, how you'd like people to receive you, and the impression that you'd like to leave behind. And remember that but the base of this is all these other skills. So
100%.
that's what I'd say.
I would 100% agree with you. I feel like again, going back to what I said earlier, the key here is not to solely focus on your appearance as a human being. There needs to be so many other things that you can bring to the table, whether it's your humor, whether it's the way that you make people feel, your respect, anything else. You need to focus on the characteristics that really make you you, and the hard work and all that other thing, so that when you get into spaces, you can feel confident because you're like, you know what, I am beautiful, but I also have all these other things to back me up and to keep me in this room and to really make people feel like, you know what, I should be here because not because of my beauty, but also because I have the qualifications and the charisma and all those other things to stay in this room. You know what I'm saying? So also, what advice would you give to someone if they're like, you know what, I'm just an average looking girl. I am trying to navigate this life, whether it's corporate, whatever the case may be. And I want to kind of exist in these spaces, but I don't know, or kind of feel less than, because I feel like the pretty girls always get everything and they always get all the attention. They always get this, that, and the third.
I feel like it goes hand in hand to what we were saying earlier, that it's the same struggles. It's just that one has the pretty privilege and one doesn't. So I think if you still also like focus on your core values, that will outshine the fact that you don't feel like you have the pretty privilege to show up in a room, and that's the first thing people prioritize. I think once you open your mouth and you're intelligent and sure about yourself, that's what people will listen to. That's what people will be attracted to. They won't so much focus on your looks, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's in different instances. Like, if you're at Groove, unfortunately, pretty privilege is what leads, but it's not important to be a superstar at Groove at the end of the day.
And also, it's like so environment specific, context specific. For example, how you're saying in a club, pretty privilege is going to take you very far.
It is.
Okay? But like far. In a space where it's a very analytical, corporate, whatever type environment, yes, it might take you a little further than the next person, but it's not going to take you like to the end. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's certain environments where you also just, because even now when I'm thinking about the advice, I'm also like, you know what, there's only so much you can really say, because at the end of the day, like, pretty privilege is everywhere, and I feel like it's infiltrated into so many places in this world that it's hard to kind of be the one to say, okay, even if you work hard, you still might get into a room and be overlooked because of certain things. And that's just how it is. Whether it comes to your appearance, body, you might get sexualized. Or people might be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have just a lot of things, preconceived notions that they have in their minds before they even step into a room. So it is really difficult. But again, I feel like all you can really do is focus on the things that differentiate you, but like positive things, how you think, your characteristics, all those things. I feel like that's what you can rather focus on.
It's actually a good point that you brought up earlier to say some people get sexualized for the body type that they have.
Yes.
I've seen online, like a teacher will wear a normal dress, but because she's more curvy, they'll be like, how can you wear this as a teacher to school? But it's like, it's a normal outfit. It's just because of the shape of your body. And those are the things that you are going to face in life. But you have to stand and be like, I'm a great teacher. And my students are not looking at the fact that I'm shaped a certain way. They're just there to learn and go home. So those are the things that you will face. But like we were saying, what really matters is your core values, your character, all of that other stuff. It is unfortunate.
And it innately is unfair, because even as you're saying, like with the sexualization thing, like a lot of the times if you walk into the room and you're wearing the same thing as the next person, you're going to get sexualized because of the way that your body looks in the exact same outfit. If there's a policy at work that says you can't wear this, that, and third, but a petite girl. I saw there was a conversation actually having on the TL where they were like, no, if a petite girl would wear something like this, it would look so cute. And they were talking about a mini skirts at work, by the way. But then if you're a curvy girl wearing the same thing, you're definitely going to get in trouble because you can't wear, it's revealing this, that, and the third. Do you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, all these things are unfair, because what can you do about the shape of your body? Absolutely nothing.
What you can't do about your face?
You can't do anything about it. So a lot of these things are unfair, and it's really unfortunate because, again, male gaze comes into it, because this is where all these things stem from. They win again. Because all these things stem from them, and that's why now it also stems into now women like pitting each other against each other. So again, like, all you have to do, all you really can do is focus on the things that aren't changing, like your beauty. Because even as Lanzi was saying, beauty does fade. You can be beautiful and the hottest thing today, next week there's a new one. Or even as you age, beauty changes and beauty evolves. Let's rather say that doesn't fade. It evolves as the years go on. So you need to have things that even outside of your beauty and even outside of the things that people see at first glance, that people still love about you. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to have the only thing that someone loves about you be how you look.
Your beauty. Yep. Especially because, like, even if I get an opportunity because of my beauty, I could be in that position, then someone walks in and they have a smarter or wiser, more intelligent things to say. Unfortunately, my beauty,
It's not carrying you. Or they can be beautiful and have
those things.
So now
what happens to me now? So
exactly.
Yeah.
So just invest in things that are going to take you further than a little beauty. And beauty is important, but it can only take you so far.
And also, guys, pretty privilege does exist. Those people say, that's pretty punishment. It doesn't exist. It does. It exists. We can't deny it.
Gaslighting to say it doesn't.
Yes.
You're gaslighting people.
We can't fight it. So.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Anyways, you guys, let's hear your thoughts also in the comments. We want to hear what you guys feel about pretty privilege. If you've experienced it, what do you feel like has been the hardest part? If you are someone who doesn't necessarily have it, please let's hear in the comments and let's also just discourse about it a little bit more in there. But guys, we are going to get into our next segment, which is your guys' dilemmas. Let's see what the Bwisties have for us today. Okay, the first one says, hey Bwisties, I hope you're well. So I started talking to this guy recently and everything was going well. He seemed to be doing everything right. We went even out on a date. As soon as things were going, I ended it. As good as things were going, I ended it and I want to know if I was too strict or did the right thing. So this guy posts his brother's stories as his. The first time he did it, I didn't pay much attention to it. He posted a picture at the airport with the caption, catching flights, not feelings. But they were just dropping off his brother at the airport. Later down the line, he posted a video of a trolley full of alcohol that his brother took on his trip out of town, and I mized. Now, this was my last straw. He posted a picture of the weather in a different city, and I mized again. He later goes on to post a video entering hotel with the caption, quick in and out. The next status was a video in the passage of the hotel, and the last video was a video of a table with alcohol and food with the caption, Hadikale. When I brought this up to him, he told me he's confusing people and these are his brother's statuses, so it's not that deep. I told him posting other people's things as his own and pretending to be out of town is crazy and I just can't do this anymore because I just feel like he's lying and I don't want to be a part of that. Am I too strict, ladies? Sorry for the long read.
You're not strict.
Queen, you are not too strict. He is Delulu. He is sick.
Oh my God, he's so sick.
He is sick.
That is like a first class ticket to giving me the egg. I don't want to lie to you.
And that's what I feel like.
You'll never
how
see
did she
me
not
again.
have the egg? After that first, I would have said, Puti, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I have to go.
You're a great guy, but the fact that sorry to say,
You're sick.
I have to get out of here. That's so insane. A grown man acting like he has
But
stuff.
this is why, guys, men who like to post on their statuses and stuff could never be my type because what are you doing? Now you're even living to show people statuses that don't exist.
You're twirling for strangers.
Don't be sick. But that's where it starts. Men who post, you guys are twirling. What are you
That's actually what
twirling?
it is. Men should not post because it's giving twirling.
Because now you're twirling for eat train.
Hadikale is crazy.
Hadikale is
That
that
time you're at home just chilling watching TV.
I'm next to you, but Hadikale. Ow! That's impossible.
Show me that's so also catching first thought feelings, but you're driving back home. Like,
Don't make me sick.
I feel like at that point it's Asiko rice.
Show me, there is calling there off.
Conning
It's
off.
something on.
Is and you know what? You had to leave him because it was going to end up trickling into other things because he seems like a Delulu individual.
He's a Delulu king.
Yeah.
Prince. But no, guys, for sure, guys like that freak me out.
No.
And the thing is also, it just shows there's a bigger problem here, which is that you're living for people. You're living for the outside perception of how people feel about you or think about you, which is going to inevitably trickle into other phases of life.
it
So,
will.
no thanks. Let's kill it right now.
No, girl, you're not strict. Bye-bye.
In fact, we would do the same.
I would have done it on the first post.
Like, ew. Also, I feel like Lindsay and I are too strict, but at the end of the day, guys, we have to be.
We have to be.
The men out here, scary.
And also, let's say we're not strict on the first post. She ended up breaking up with him
Anyways.
So I think we're just speeding up the
So you had to live through all those other posts. Oh my.
I'm going to see those other posts laughing and screenshotting for my friends and stuff.
Should
Like,
be? No ways. Anyways, the next one says, hey queens. So my friend kind of forgot her friend's birthday. She did wish her, but late around 8 p.m. She apologized, tried calling and texting, even offered to take her out and made her a dress. But her friend ignored her and later said, my friends from school are taking me out. Now my friend feels bad, but also thinks her friend was just waiting for her to mess up so she could cut her off. I get it for getting hurt, but she could have at least shown her some grace. Itini lendo bafazi. Because I get it at the same time, I don't get if andazi man. So I guess she wants to know what she should advise her friend to do.
Is she friends with the one who forgot the birthday?
Yeah.
Dove.
It is a dove and it is a juice.
The thing about forgetting birthdays, we spoke about this last week. It's a big, big thing because my birthday's at the same time every year. And obviously people were bringing up the whole, but we get busy and we forget. And then if the person makes the effort to make up for it, we should acknowledge that.
I'm still not hearing this
But-
we get busy, we forget thing. I just want
also
you guys
don't,
to know
that's
that.
my thing. I also don't think it's a good enough excuse, especially as friends. I don't know. But she did wish her at 8 o'clock.
Close
though.
people in my life. Yeah, that's the thing. She did wish.
She did wish her on the
I'll
day
be
at 8
completely honest
o'clock.
with you. I would probably give her grace, to be honest with you, to be like maybe. But the thing is, we're advising the person who needs to tell the other friend he forgot, because we're not advising the person who accepted the late happy birthday. Maybe she was just looking for an opportunity to end it. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Maybe she was. Because if you explain to her that, listen, Chomi, I had a really long day. I'm so sorry. I wish you late, da-da-da-da. I would forgive it. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, at least you wish me on the day.
I was going to say,
to
she
get
wished
upset.
at 8 o'clock, so it's not so
It's not
bad.
so bad. She did say, like, it was a hot day,
Yeah.
but so that's the thing is, from your side as the person who wished late, your friend didn't give you any grace. I don't know what the reason for that is, and it is unfortunate. Maybe she was really just looking for an opportunity to break things off with you, which is very unfortunate, considering also if you've had like a long friendship with this person or like a deep friendship with this person, it shouldn't be enough to really end the friendship. I'll be completely honest with you. It wouldn't be enough for me to end the friendship with the person.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to just take that out, because maybe it was just an out for her.
I think
in
so
the
too.
relationship.
Because the fact that you even made the effort to make it up to her for
Got her a
wishing
drink.
late on the day, she actually just didn't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, like you have
So-
to just take it because you apologize. So then,
Yeah. And I still say you still wished her on the day. Like that's
Yeah,
my
she
biggest
did
thing.
wish her on the
It wasn't
day.
like the last week's example where it was the next day. Like that's
Yes.
different. But if it's still on the day, she probably was busy. I'm giving her grace, and she made up for it. But
you're all right with me. Like you are good with
in
me.
fact, we
Literally was so fine. So Jay,
Yeah.
tell your friend that she needs to take her out. Unfortunately.
take that L. You
Last one says, hey sisters, I hope you're doing good. I have a dilemma here. Hey, so I have this friend who's been my friend since primary school. So basically she once came into my house. We were chilling and just catching up on each other's lives because we haven't seen each other in 2 years. Then my boyfriend came back from work and decided to join us. I don't quite remember what the conversation was about. Then he said something as a joke though, that I can see by your outfit that you're from the Kasi. Manje, girl, took offense to that. She texted me later when she left and told me that she wasn't okay with that comment. I explained that it wasn't in a malicious way and we always casually roast each other and apologized on his behalf. Fine. Now my friend is ignoring my calls, not responding to my messages. She came back again and told me that the reason why she's not responding is because she's still upset about what my boyfriend said and she feels like I could have defended her more. I'm stuck on what I need to do. I care for this girl, however, I feel like she just wants a reason to not be there. Unless I'm wrong, kindly assist.
First of all,
Duff. Also, what the hell was she wearing? Like, I don't get it.
what is this Kasi? What's her
What's the
Kasi
Kasi outfit?
No, what is the Kasi?
What is it? Seriously, guys, comment down below.
I would love to
What's
know.
the Kasi outfit?
Comment pictures on YouTube.
Like, toes, because what the hell?
I need to first know what that is. I think, first and foremost, I think maybe the friend didn't defend it in the moment because, as she said, heard her man banter and stuff. So she probably thought, oh, he's bantering against us. She probably didn't take the comment for what it was, because for her it's just banter from her man. So I think with that one, she was never going to defend it in the moment. I don't want to lie to you. I would have loved her. Then if Zama the next day is like, Trevi, I didn't appreciate the comments, then I would address it and deal with it and say, friend, I don't think he meant it in a malicious way. However, I do apologize. I will let him know and ask him to send you an apology, because I feel like regardless of whether me and my man feel like it was banter, when it landed on you, it wasn't banter and it hurt your feelings. So me and my man need to bamba ourselves and say, babe, let's apologize because she felt a certain way. It takes nothing away from us. It's still banter to us. We may not think it was that deep, but it was to her. So let's apologize so we can move on to the next thing. So
yeah, this is why also though I feel like being confrontational sometimes is important.
Yes.
As soon as you hear that comment, you're supposed to say, excuse me, what does that mean? Can you explain? Because sometimes I feel like that letting it linger thing is also what also you as a person now start to build up that resentment. So in the moment you must say,
you're supposed to
what
say,
do you mean by that? Like explain to me what you mean by that.
Yeah.
So that also everyone in the room can know that you're not comfortable with those types of comments being made around you. So that going forward, it's a precedent that's set. So that you wouldn't have gone to this place where now you're super upset about the comments and this, that, and third. Because you just need to nip those things in the bud. Also, we're all human beings. We don't all know how each other jokes. Also, you said that they hadn't spoken to each other in 2 years. So maybe you guys don't know each other's banters and stuff like that. So you need to relearn each other. So I don't know why. I get your friend being upset, but it's like, bro, no one is perfect. Like, we're gonna make mistakes and like hurt each other's feelings every now and again. And also what I don't like is when I apologize to you. You say it's fine. And then 2 weeks again, you bring up the same thing.
again.
Like, is it fine or isn't it fine? Like, what's tea?
I think let's leave it at that point.
Like-
Because I'm not going to be yo-yo in
That's
this
what I'm saying.
situation.
Also, you can't make me every single week apologize for the same thing. I also don't think that's fair. Like, at the end of the day, nami ngumuntu.
Yes, and I'm
literally-
taking
I'm
accountability.
taking accountability. I've said, sorry, what more do you actually want from me? And also, it wasn't even a comment that I made. I'm apologizing for someone else. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm saying that he's sorry. If he does it again, that's on me. Then you can hook me again. But I've now said the president, wait to see if he's going to do it again.
Agreed.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I also feel like it's just very unfair from that POV. I also want to, what is the actual question here? She says, I feel like she just wants reasons to not to be there. I feel like, you just need to go to her. I don't want to lie at this point to be like, Chomi, I've apologized.
What do you want from me?
Want from me?
No.
Be honest.
Literally.
Like, tell
and
me.
if you can't look past this, the friendship's not going to work things. Because I've done as much as I can do. And if she wants an apology from the boyfriend, like I was saying, maybe that, but we're dragging it.
Even so, I feel like, can the apology not happen when you guys see each other again?
Yeah.
Does it have to be like
I
he
just
needs
feel
to
like
send you
we're dragging it. It does seem like there's a deeper thing here because...
But maybe it's also coming from a POV of insecurity from the girl who was told that she's wearing a Gussie outfit. Maybe she's also insecure about that. So maybe it's hurting her more than the friend understands. Does that make sense? Maybe it's like it touched a nerve because maybe it's something that she's insecure about. Whatever the case may be.
Maybe, whatever that Gussie outfit
But the thing is, you can't even go to your friend and be like, is this hurting you because you're insecure about it? Like, that's the say.
Like, do you think the way you dress is...
You can't say that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, for you as a friend, just understand maybe that POV, that maybe it's hurting her more because it's something that she might be insecure about as well. So maybe that's why it's touching her more than it would touch the average person.
Yeah.
But even having said that, tell her that, Queen, I've apologized. Let me know what more I can do because there is nothing more that I can do.
There actually is nothing. Well, even if it is hurting her more than what it may seem, I still apologized though. Do you know what I mean?
Like, so I would say, like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But not in like that way. Just be like, okay, like, I've apologized. So what more do you need to move past this? Say it like that. I ate that.
Don't say it like how we said it. Say it like that.
Say it like that.
But like all the best. And like that, I think that it is dragging more than it should. So I think there's more questions to be asked, maybe, like you said. But
maybe it'll be revealed later when she comes to you to speak.
Yeah, maybe. But moving on to musings, this is where we tell you guys what we're listening to, what the Boosties are listening to. We have a playlist on Apple as well as Spotify. What are you listening to? ZX Online.
Okay,
Habibi.
It's Habibi.
What are you listening to on your trip?
Lots, okay. But my song of the week is Uvalo, Jazz World's Tukutela, Babalwa M, featuring Gala Tugzin. It is such a good song. It's on TikTok all the time. I literally love that song so much. Uvalo-holic is me, literally. I'm an Uvalo-holic.
You are Uvalo.
Uvalo, and Ginovalo. It's such a good song.
I'm so
I feel like the songs that are coming out for December are going to be so scrambled.
Can't wait for that.
I can't wait.
December.
Even Mama, that song is like, I've listened to it every single day of my...
that is a good
It's
tune.
such a good song. In fact, I should have put that on musings this week.
Shall we put both?
I'm gonna put
Why
both.
not?
I'm putting both.
Put both, Queen.
I'm putting
And
both.
then I realized I've been falling off with putting on the Boosties into the playlist. But also, I'm not getting enough comments of what people are listening to. So, guys, please comment what you're listening to. Please, I'm begging. So one of our Boosties, her name is Yena_1. She's listening to Ngiozama by Kabza. Listen to by Ngiozama by Kabza. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will be listening to it because this is a Kabza household.
Like,
Love that kid.
Kabza will be played.
Oh, love him loads. So we'll be tuning into that. Then switching genres quickly. I'm listening to Olivia Dean because she dropped a new album. I mean, obviously everyone knows the song.
Yeah.
Be the man I need. The album, sensational. I love it. I feel like she's very refreshing and she kind of reminds me of Korean Bailey Ray. So if you do like the songs that are trending on TikTok, you'll really enjoy the album. My favorites are obviously Lady Lady, and then the other one is called Close Up, but the whole album is amazing. And another one you can listen to is her Jazz Cafe live performance. Again, if you need to ease into an artist, start with the live performance. It's the easiest way. So get into her Jazz Cafe live performance from like 2 years ago.
Get it, the quiz.
Tea.
Please, guys, be suggesting more songs for us in the comments.
Please.
We want to see what you guys are listening to as well. But we have arrived to that part of the episode where we do have to say goodbye to you guys. We hate to see it, but it always has to come, unfortunately. But we will be back next week. If you guys are streaming us, thank you so much for streaming. Please don't forget to favorite our podcast. Don't forget to follow us, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Do the things. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. You guys have been doing the most. We're so appreciative of all of you guys who always comment, like, who are subscribing literally every single week, and for you guys who are sharing our podcast, because that's the only way we're going to reach new audiences. So thank you so much to you guys. And we will see you guys same time, same place next Wednesday.
Bye.